Good morning, students. Yesterday we have discussed about the new centers of power. That was lesson 4, and 2 days we have discussed about European Union. That European Union was a new center of power in Europe continent. Now we will discuss one more center of power, that is ASEAN. ASEAN, ASEAN. Its full form is Association of Southeast Asian Nation. Students, after the end of Cold War, when there was only one superpower in the world, that was USA, at that time European Union was formed in 1992, as I have told you 2 days before. This Association of Southeast Asian Nation was formed after Second World War. Students, you know that most of the countries of Asia, Africa continent and Latin America, all these countries were colonized by the imperialist country. They were the colonies of European countries. They were economically backward. Politically, they were not having any say. This was their situation before Second World War and during Second World War. Means economically they were too much backward because all their resources were utilized by the imperialist country, as UK was utilizing the resources of India. You remember this thing, no? And politically also they were not having their own government. They were ruled by their imperialist country. So this was the situation of Southeast Asian nation. And their situation did not too much change after Second World War. Most of the countries, they got independence from their imperialist country, but many problems were there they had to face. What were those problems? First was nation building, to keep the country unite. In 11th class you have studied the word of nation. In Hindi it is called Rashtra. Nation has been taken from the Latin word natio. You remember? Yes, good. So they have to keep the country unite. Then one more problem, poverty was there because all the resources were drained by the imperialist country. Unemployment was there. Economically they were too much backward. And after the Second World War, there were two alliances. You remember, Eastern Alliance and Western Alliance. Eastern Bloc, Western Bloc, led by USA and USSR. Now these countries of Southeast Asia, these countries got independence and they were facing the problem of poverty, unemployment, and they have to keep the country unite, and at the same time they were having the pressure of allying. USA was pressurizing them, USSR was pressurizing them, and at that time when NAM was formed, that name was also not too much effective in the international scenario. So all these were problems in front of them. So in such situation, Southeast Asian countries, they decided that they will help each other, and for this they formed an association that was known as ASEAN. This ASEAN was formed in Bangkok in 1967. In 1967, 5 countries of Southeast Asia, they met at Bangkok and they signed Bangkok Declaration. Which were these 5 countries? These were Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore and Thailand. Initially 5 countries they have joined this ASEAN, but with the course of time 5 more countries of Southeast Asia joined this ASEAN. So now the total number of members of ASEAN is 10. Which those 5 are? Brunei Darussalam, Vietnam, Laos PDR, Myanmar and Cambodia. So totally 10 countries are there in ASEAN. Students, this ASEAN is having some objective. First objective, as I have told you, actually it was formed for the acceleration of economy of all 5 countries. Earlier 5 countries and then now 10 countries. Means these countries will help each other economically. How they can help? How a poor can help another poor? A country which is having any resources that can give that resource or that produced items to another country at the cheap price. They can loosen the rules of export and import. In this way they can help economically each other. They did not have to depend upon USA or USSR. So economic growth was their first aim. Actually it was formed for economic growth. Others objectives were added later on, but the prime objective was economic growth, to share what one is having with another at the cheap price, to open the market and to loosen the rules of import and export. Second objective of ASEAN is social and cultural development, social and cultural exchange. Third, to promote regional peace, means they will not attack upon each other, they will respect the sovereignty of each other and they will maintain stability in their own country. Means the government will not change time to time. If the government will be stable, only then economic growth can be done. So stability, but what type of stability? That will be based on a rule of law. So students, that's all for today. Tomorrow we will meet again. Till then, goodbye.